Hello from the Dreamport Discord server. I'm ShadowsPub, bringing you Pimp Your Post Thursday. On the show today, we'll share posts, meet others, and have some fun. You can share your own post or someone else's you really like. To take part, drop the PYPT emoji into the show text channel. I'll add you to the list to take a turn sharing posts. When I call on you, add your post link to the text channel and come on voice to tell us about it. Keep it brief, like a short commercial for the post. If you can't do voice, it's okay. You can share by text, but the text and the link must be ready to paste into the text channel when I call on you. You can have more than one turn, but you must use the emoji for each turn. Okay, let's get started. And we'll change screens. And we'll start with Kitty Girl.
Well, I wanted to share a post from Bipolar, who did something so creative. She crocheted a solution to a problem. And I thought that was so wonderful that she did that. She needed a way for her phone to be angled upward instead of just laying flat on a table so that she could see her notifications a lot easier while she was working without having to pick up the phone and all that. And so she crocheted this little basket for the phone to sit in. And so she can just glance over at the phone and see notifications coming in while she's working without having to stop and pick up the phone. I thought that was just so clever. It's a pretty little basket, and because she made it herself, she could create it, the size she needed for her phone. And I just thought it was an absolutely wonderful solution. The only thing that I see about it seems like it would need to be weighted a little bit to keep it from tipping over, perhaps. But I don't know, maybe the way she designed it, it'll stay up by itself. But yeah, is that not clever? And I'm glad Artemis was in here to see this, since she's a crocheter too.
If you look at the second last picture, look at the shape of the base. Well done. You are a true fiber artist. That is gorgeous. You found a need and you fixed it yourself, and you did it really well.
And she says it did stay up by itself. Awesome.
She surprised herself. Nice going.
Yeah, it's nice when you can create something pretty from crochet or something else. But when you do something that's pretty and it's useful, that's really a good spin.
It sure is.
Draws are running in the Draws for Shows channel. And apparently we took long enough to start that we actually got the first draw already. And Bipolar has won 1 HBI.
Congrats.
That's hilarious. That's an hilarious statement. Oh, God.
All right, Artemis, you're up.
Okay. Well, Shadows, you've done it again. The word is sanctimonious. Today's daily echo, well, no, this was 2 days ago. Anyways, it's a daily echo. And when I first saw the word, it's sanctimonious, and right away I went to an orange Cheeto, but then I went, well, he doesn't have an illusion of purity. So then it really got me thinking, and honestly, this is pretty powerful 3 sentences that relate to a need to watch globally, I think. I don't know if I crafted that correctly. Shadows is the writer.
I think you came pretty close to it. Besides, these echoes, it's how they impact you and what you get out of them that matters.
That's true. Someone else might look at it and think something totally different.
Exactly. All right. Thank you, Artemis. And Bipolar, you are up. All right, Bipolar, tell us about this.
everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, so this is a response to the Hive Niger prompt, Hive Niger in prompt. They asked the question, what would you do with $19,000? So I saw the prompt and I quickly remembered certain discussions that I've had with my friends. I think I've talked about it a year before about relocating and what I would rather do with the money. So when I converted the 19K dollars to Naira, it's almost the same equivalent to what is being used to relocate abroad right now through the education route. And I'm like, if I have that kind of money, what would I do with it within a week? I am going to start a farm. Even if I don't start a farm immediately, I could get an acre of farmland, cassava farmland, or I could buy cassava in tons and then process it into gari and sell. So let me not spoil it. So when you read it, you see why I made such decision and choice. Thank you.
A farm.
Mark,
Now that's an interesting choice.
Yeah, most people don't look into farming when it comes to investment because maybe they might feel the work involved, but you could always get laborers to do it and you don't really have to do much. But at the end of the day, you'll be smiling to the bank.
plus you got land. Land's always good.
True. You would have land.
Yeah,
Interesting.
thank you.
All right. Thank you, Bipolar. And Bookerman, you're up. You might as well start by talking about that game link that you dropped there.
Yeah, well, I'll drop the post link too because they both have to do with one another. So the post that we put out recently is the Wrestling Organization Online Roadmap. This is the roadmap for 2025. It corresponds with that link that Bipolar asked for. It is a link to our game, which is a wrestling themed auto battler, very similar to Splinterlands. If you are familiar with Splinterlands at all, you'll be able to pick up on Woo pretty easily. But what this post goes over is our roadmap and our plan for 2025. Some of the items on it are checked off, and a couple more are coming to fruition very, very soon. So yeah, the post just goes over what we're aiming for over the next year. And I just want to remind everyone that wrestlers are independent contractors, and they have a history of being used and abused, and it's a workers' rights issue that we are looking at and trying to bring awareness to. Most people are not aware of the issues that they face. And yeah, join our Discord and we can discuss it more. But check out the post and learn what we're planning for 2025.
So this is the game you were talking about earlier when you were talking about the tabletop app.
Yeah, so the link that I posted, so Woo is a brand and it's much more than just the auto battler that we have on chain. We also have the physical card game, which is listed in that roadmap. That is one of the avenues we are branching out to. I know Snook was in a voice chat yesterday when I was talking about this too.
Yeah.
But we do live events. We do the Hive Auto Battler game. We do charity work. We do the physical card game. There's a lot of different things, a lot of hats that we have on, and it's far more than just one thing. It's a whole expanded brand.
When I first heard about Woo and Bookerman first came around, basically the wrestlers from back in the 70s, just like football in the United States, they didn't pay him a lot, and there was no protective gear or anything like that. And a lot of them are very disabled and in pain all the time, and then they just chucked them to the side with no medical help, and a lot of them ended up in very bad places. So part of the money of his organization goes to help those people. the old wrestlers that people watched on TV for entertainment, which it's a really good cause that way. And then there's the game, and he's being smart and doing it, making it online and a physical game, which I think is kind of cool too.
Yeah, it is.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
It widens out the market nicely.
Yeah.
Oh, is Bipolar on a roll? She's won the 3 HBI. If you guys haven't clicked the emojis up in the draws for shows channels, you better do it now. There's 2 more draws. There's one for 5 HBI and there's one for the NFT. And this will be the last one for the January NFT. All right. Bipolar doesn't want you to click. Yeah, go and click. Harris, you're up. Did you click? All right, Harris, tell us about this.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. So, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yep.
Okay. So, this post is, I was about my entry for the Hive Niger weekly prompt. Yeah, it was my journey of becoming a nurse, where I first gave up, and with time I continued. I decided to continue the journey. It's actually a long way to go, but it's worth the wait. Thank you.
Well, that was short and sweet.
Thanks.
Thank you, Harris. Usually you talk a little longer. I was fully expecting to hear you a little more. But that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. All right, Edwin, you're up.
All right, let's see. And hopefully you can still hear me well.
We can.
Just as a side note, I was looking at Woo, and one of my friends is Hive Trending that runs Hive Pizza. So in the background, I just ducked over to Tribal Decks and put in some Woo and pizza liquidity. And I will definitely check out Bookerman's Woo project later on. Super cool. All right, so the post I am promoting is not my own. It is from a fellow named Buckcoins, who I find immensely entertaining. And this post that I've shared, I found it interesting because I didn't know he had like a hotel or a lodge in Guatemala. And I've kind of been following his post, his adventures in Morocco with his family. And in this post, he talks about getting on a plane and kind of leaving his family in Morocco and making a mad dash back to Guatemala. At the hotel they have this stage and theatrical area with, it's almost kind of like an amphitheater, it looks like from the post. But it looks like a part of their stage or platform, actually collapsed just the day before like this big show. So he kind of documents his mad scramble to get this running again. And to get their bathrooms running again. So that was immensely entertaining. But as I was scrolling it down, there's this wonderful kind of theatrical production, and it looks like they have a trapeze and some kind of rope. So I don't know if Buckcoins is putting on some kind of Cirque du Soleil community theater in his at his venue in his hotel, and I just kind of found that super neat. So I wanted to share that today. And this is my first time on the show, so thank you so much for letting me stop by.
Well, We hope you come more often. And well done on your first presentation. So
Thank you.
anyone who doesn't know Buttcoins is also co-host of the Crypto and Cola show that's on Wednesdays in the Hive Discord. And this incident that occurred with the collapsing stage, that actually occurred right at the time that the show was supposed to be going on, not yesterday, but the week before. So he just didn't show up. And of course, because he was rushing to deal with everything, he wasn't able to notify us. And we were the whole show like, where's Buttcoins? Anybody know where Buttcoins is? Yeah, he was having lots of fun.
Yeah, and his venue that he runs down there was even open long ago during the legacy chain days, and he was offering discounts to anyone from the blockchain that stayed there, and there were a lot of people that stayed there and posted about it, showed pictures, and wrote up on what they did while they were there. It was really interesting.
It looks like an interesting venue there. We certainly have a wide variety of things that people do on the chain. By the way, I probably should mention more often, you've probably seen some of us just kind of chatting about posts. Feel free to open your mic and participate in the conversation. That's quite allowed. Ian Harris, you're up. Sci-fi multiverse. Tell us about this.
Okay, this is something I've been, working on for the past few weeks. The idea started a couple of weeks ago when we went for a hangout. I think I posted the hangout on PYPT. So we talked about getting a community. So we decided, okay, since there's no active science community in Hive, we decided to bring one up. It's actually an all-inclusive community where you can post everything about science, ranging from technology, sci-fi fiction, science fiction per se, and every other thing. And every other thing you can imagine about science, nature, wildlife, just name it. So it's an all-inclusive community.
That looks like an excellent idea. And including the science fiction venue. That kind of fits in well there, actually, when you think about it.
Yes, it does.
All right. Thank you, Harris.
Okay,
Snook, did you think we were being awful quiet?
Well, I was like, I thought it was pretty funny, and then you made the comment about people talking, and I'm like, well, and then I made a joke, going, yeah, it doesn't have to just be me, and then I looked down, and I'm like, oh, my little green light's not coming on.
So did you have your mic off or what?
Well, yeah. Well, it's got the mic where you can push it up or down, and it'll turn off.
Yeah, I have a headset that you can turn the mic off by moving the boom up.
And it's a new one because my old one died, and so I'm not used to it. So I must have hit the sweet spot where it didn't. I don't know. Anyway, and then you made that comment, and I'm like, but I am.
Am I talking into the void? Yes, you are.
I was.
Do you have your mic on, Mike Snook?
Yeah.
We're good. Bipolar, you're up. That's a way to have a complex. Very true.
Yeah.
Bipolar, are you with us? There we go.
Ooh.
Hello again.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I most certainly can. You have your mic on.
Okay. Okay, so this is not my post. This is Abenat's post. And she made this dress that she's not really feeling. So when she shared it with me, I felt okay. Maybe the designs are too much, but on the second thought, the dress is very beautiful. And to me, it seems like a costume kind of outfit, something you just wear, not really on a regular day. And then I told her to go for it. Like, regardless of how the dress seems, it's hot, and you are the only one that knows what you were feeling like when you actually made the whole outfit and all. So she eventually went for it, and man, the cloth is really beautiful. And I told her, thank God I can crochet now. I think I'm going to make something like this for myself and a skirt too. Thank you. Do check it out.
Actually, the big like flowers or whatever, that's really in right now.
Yeah, that's like in fashion,
Yeah.
both in fabric and every other thing you can see online.
Who's the author here? Who's
Avenant.
the Avenant? I
Yeah.
should have known.
Not
I saw the comment.
dress.
I saw the comment down here. After bribing my model to put it on, it looked way different than I expected. I trust her to throw in the bribing.
I like the bright colors, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah, it's really nice
It is.
and unique.
Yeah, you're not going to walk down the street and go, oh, same shirt.
All right. Thank you, Bipolar. And
You're
Kitty Girl,
welcome.
you are up. Let's see his Bipolar's. Aha, your streak has been broken, Bipolar. Harris has won the 5 HPI.
Well, I would like to talk for a minute about a tool set on Hive rather than a post. There's somebody on Hive called the Crazy GM, which GM stands for Game Master because he's into role-playing games, and he has partnered with Eco Instant, who happens to be Snook's son. And Eco Instant is a really, really cool guy. He is so thoughtful and creative about coming up with solutions for things. And so he has developed, in conjunction with the Crazy GM, a set of Hive tools that are on this separate page. And there's a couple of really good ones there, I think. And you can get on his radar. I'm going to share a post here that explains it. You buy 100 Archon tokens and you send them to Eco Instant. And then you comment on this post and try to be as succinct as possible and as clear as possible about the idea that you have. I think it would be cool if we had a tool to do XYZ, and then explain what you mean. And if your idea is good enough, it will become part of Eco Instant's radar, and they will try to develop the tool and put it on this page. And there's a couple of the tools that he's developed that are already on Hive, like to be able to see post history. You can do that in Ecency and PYPT, but this gives us another way of doing it. So if PYPT or Ecency are down one day, you can go to Hive Tools and do it. And that's also part of the decentralization thing. If we have to go to Ecency or PYPT to do something, and we can't do it anywhere else, are we really decentralized? Probably not, but by having another place where we can go and do things makes us more decentralized. So I think the Hive Tools is really, really cool. And I've actually submitted an idea and it got on Eco Instant's radar, and he's hoping to implement it within the next couple of weeks. So if you have other ideas, check out this post and send your Archon over, present your idea, and it may become reality.
All right. Lots of things to do on Hive. It's never a boring place.
No.
So, Snook, you'll have a little chuckle because somebody during the show yesterday DM'd me and said to me, because Eco was talking a few times yesterday on different topics, and they
Yeah.
DM'd me and said, "Do we know this Eco incident?" And I went, "That's Snook's son." So as soon as I said that's Snook's son, the person went, "Oh, okay."
Shadows.
Yes, Edwin.
Just to point out what a small world we live in, I had no idea that Snook and Eco were related. I was on the phone with Eco last night for about an hour talking history and philosophy.
Oh, were you really?
Yes. What an amazing bit of serendipity.
Yep. So, just so you're aware, Artemis and I are also related. We're sisters.
Yeah. The funny thing is that he was here first, and he's in his own little world on Hive, and I'm in my own little world. And then he started getting, "Oh, you're Snook's son?" And he's like, "Hey!"
I was here first.
Yeah. It was really funny.
You gotta behave yourself on Hive. You'll never know who's gonna find out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even if you get away with it at that point, it's on the blockchain, so it can come back to haunt you.
Yeah. Yes. Very much so.
But that's half the fun.
So what is the takeaway? The takeaway lesson, I guess, is be kind, be patient, and think twice before hitting post.
Exactly. We've seen some
Well, and
interesting
talking
things
for
over the
just a
years.
minute, if I could, about Eco Instant, if that's okay, Shadows.
Go ahead.
He's a really good fellow. I mean, I know we all turn out a little bit from environment and our own inclinations, but a lot of our development is from our parents as we're in our formative years, and Snook did a good job of raising Alex, I think. He is a very polite and interesting person. I love his enthusiasm. I mean, even when he posts a selfie in his blog, he's got the biggest grin on his face most of the time. You can't help but smile along with him, and he's just got so many projects he's involved with. It's fascinating. I don't know where he gets all this energy and where he gets all these ideas, but it's fascinating. So, yeah, if you don't know Eco Instant, go check him out, and I think you'll be pleased.
Yeah, I'm very proud of him. I always have been.
I would have never noticed that.
I'm so quiet about it.
Yes, you are, but that's okay. All right, Harris, you are up. And we wait expectantly. There he is. Oh, is this not the one you already gave her? Oh, it's the prompt this time. Go for it.
Prompt. Okay, so following the introduction of sci-fi multiverse, there's a prompt, a weekly prompt that's ongoing, though this one in particular is remaining 1 day to expire. On Monday, we'll have a new one. So for these prompts, we invite everybody to talk about their experience with weather and also their favorite weather, what type of weather they have. Like here in Nigeria, we have 3 types. We have the rainy season, the dry season, and we have the Harmattan season. So, but it's actually different in other countries. So we invite everybody to talk about their weather and their weather condition. So there's actually a prize for people who post the prompt, and we have 10 BD for the best 3 authors. So it's actually shared in a ratio. The more details you can be found in the post. Thank you.
All right. Good idea.
Yeah, I didn't get you.
So are you finding there are many sci-fi and science enthusiasts on the chain so far, or are you still working on kind of getting the word around and see what comes back? Harris?
I think I heard a knock for a second. There might have been someone coming by.
That's a possibility.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so we actually have some interactions. Currently, we have about, I don't know, the last time I checked was 30 something interactions so far.
Nice.
We have some posters, and yeah, they're actually interacting in the community.
Well,
I think they like the
it takes time.
Yes, it does.
So bipolar, you won the NFT. 3 out of 4.
That's hilarious.
Okay, I gotta go now. Thank you very much. My battery just died, so I have to go
Oh,
charge it.
that would be a problem. Okay,
Yeah,
Harris.
thank you.
Take care. And Bookerman, you are up. I don't know if it's a record or not, Artemis.
That's hilarious.
So this post that I am sharing here comes from one of our community members, Blitz. I know he's very active on Hive in various formats, the Pizza Discord and the like. But in this post, he was discussing, which he actually writes daily posts in our community. But in this post, he was discussing how we came together to help Perry Saturn, partnered wrestler, in his time of need when his furnace went out. And he gives a special shout out to Aggie for donating 500 Hive to help out Perry. And to read more, you go check out the post. But Blitz does a lot of posts. He is a great author to follow on Hive. If you haven't heard of him yet, go check him out.
All right. This is one of the things I love about doing PYPT is people bringing in not only their own posts, but posts of other people. And we get to see a wider diversity of authors.
I agree.
Yep. And we've seen a few over the years. Amy, you're here. We missed you. You're up. And she's gonna make me talk. All right, Amy says, do you hate being in the spotlight because you're shy? You let others take credit for your accomplishments? It's time to rethink the approach as you're only dimming your own light. I recently shared how a friend fought the struggle. She finally found the courage to shine forth her own light, but not before learning the hard way. Her journey was a powerful reminder that embracing our uniqueness, showcasing our talents, is essential to growth and happiness. Very well put. What do you mean, sorry about that? I was teasing you and you know that.
It's a very true statement.
It is, indeed. Generally speaking, if you don't stand in your own light, nobody else will stand in it for you. Well, they'll stand in it, but not for you. It'll be for them.
He might push you out of your light no matter what.
Exactly.
Excuse me.
All right, Kitty Girl, you are up.
And it's probably time for people to drop more emojis.
It is.
I think I'm the last one on the list. I actually got another post out. This one, it's about a partially silver coin that I got some time back. I kept seeing this coin for the past couple of years. Different people were adding it to their collections, and I thought it was really pretty, so I wanted to get one. After I got it, I realized that the year that I bought was only 50% silver instead of 90%. But still, it's the first coin from Peru that I've added to my collection, and it's half silver, so that's good too. But if anyone else is interested in collecting silver or gold or whatever, there's a community on Hive, Silver Gold Stackers, and you can click the link up in the top of my post to go to the community page and read what some of the other people in the community are collecting. And if you're interested in joining, there's a Discord that I can invite you to, and we'd love to have you.
All right, that is a beautiful coin.
That is. It's really.
Stuck found the old emoji. Pravesh wasn't here, so you figured you'd do it, eh?
Is that?
I said Pravesh wasn't here, so you took it today.
Yeah. Can't forget where we came from.
Exactly. All right, Edwin, you're up.
All right. So this one again is not my post. This is actually, since we said his name and I was thinking about it, this is from Eco Instant, and he's been on the Hive blockchain, quite a while, and he and some friends actually have a Hive witness now that is called Synergy Witness, and he seemed, just reading through the way he was describing it, he sounded very proud, very ecstatic. He was actually describing the first block they made. And if anybody's not familiar, every 3 seconds, the witnesses process the blocks. And there's the top 20 witnesses, but there's also like a random witness below the top 20 witness that is selected to process the block. So Eco kind of documented the actual content and his reaction to processing the first block, and I thought that was pretty cool. So if you haven't checked your witness votes recently, consider voting for Eco's Synergy Witness, and it is in that post.
That's why I've heard him mentioning about witnesses lately in the Hive discussions.
Yeah, but just his energy in the post, his pride really struck me. So,
well, it's understandable.
Yeah, it is fun seeing people achieve things and being very happy.
Wu also has a witness, Bookerman?
Yes, that is true. We do have a witness. We've been running our witness for a bit now. I want to say we're like in the 50s, maybe 57 or 56 or something like that. We also have a Hive Engine witness, but that's not a public witness. We use that for our Hive Engine transactions and stuff like that to make sure that
that's a separate arrangement.
Yeah, Eco has one of those too.
Sounds like you guys are on parallel paths.
And I was told I wasn't supposed to talk about his witness.
Well, you see, because you're biased. This way, Edwin talked about it.
He's like, I'm going to tell you something, Mom. And then he puts out a post. And I said, well, you told me not to talk about it. Well, yeah, still don't talk about it. I'm like, okay, all right.
So he's basically saying, I don't want you bragging all over the place. I want to earn it myself.
I guess so.
Yep, pretty much.
So. Yeah.
Speaking of which, Snook, you're up.
Well, no, that was the post I was going to put out.
Oh, I'm sorry, Snook.
No. I'm glad you did it. I can't get yelled at now.
Very good. Very good.
There you go. So you're not going to go find another one, Snook?
Well, I'm trying, but
Okay, well,
I was a little shocked when that came up, and I went, ah.
we'll come back around to you. Artemis,
Okay.
give Snook some breathing space. You're up.
Talk. Damn it.
Artemis?
She's like,
There
"I'm
she
gonna
is.
talk."
No, we can't. Oh, looks like she's got a connection issue. Try again. Still silent. Check the setting for your mic in Discord. Sometimes it'll change on you. Technology's wonderful when it works.
And it's so strange because she was coming in loud and clear earlier.
Yeah. It's the correct setting. You do have your mic on, right? Just checking.
That is such a sister comment.
Headset died and it's not using the desk mic. Ah. Good to see you, Edwin. Hope you come back often. Just set it in your calendar so you'll remember. All right. Street art. This is cool art in a parking garage in Denmark. It is cool art. Some of the street art that I see done really is amazing work. I would imagine it has been painted using spray paint. That's usually how they work. Yeah, kind of oversized brushes. All right. Snook, did you find a link?
No.
Okay.
Well,
Bookerman,
yeah.
you're up.
Wait.
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay. Go
Yes.
ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. Bookerman, you're up.
All right, if you say so. Let's see here. Let me get this posted in. So this was from another one of our community members, Circle Bubble. And in this post, they're actually talking about their view on the upcoming NFT card rental market, which is something that's on our roadmap, which they're speaking about. And they just basically go over their thoughts and what they would like to see coming with the card rental market. And to read more, you'll have to check out that post. But Circle Bubble, they've been an active part of our community for quite a while now.
Very nice. You got a lot of stuff coming up on tap. Keeping the chain busy.
Keeping myself busy and stressed out.
Wasn't that half the fun in life?
Oh, man. You have no idea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you met me?
Yeah, right.
All right. Go for it, Snook.
I don't have it.
Okay,
Right
not
now.
a problem. Anybody
Fine.
else have anything they want to share? All right. You've been listening to ShadowsPub host, Pimp Your Post Thursday. Thank you for joining us at PYPT, and join us next Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Until then, keep on creating, and it's all about community. Oh, right. Bye, Wilma.